It's a nice discussion. It's a beautiful discussion. It's a very friendly discussion.
Okay.
So if the Tanakh, the Jewish scripture, foretells the coming of an Arabian prophet in clear terms, that he will do X, Y, and Z, and all of those characteristics fit Muhammad perfectly well, and he may well be a true prophet according to the Tanakh, then what grounds do the Jewish people have to reject him as a true prophet? And if he's a true prophet, then he's the one telling us he was the last and final messenger. There is no other choice to people but to follow him.
Hundreds of thousands of prophets to different nations.
Yes, but if he's a true prophet according to the Tanakh, okay, then he cannot be a liar.
He can't be. He wasn't teaching Torah, and the Torah clearly says that if somebody's teaching something different than Moses, he's not for the children of Israel. So we're left with that.
I understand, but if according to the Tanakh, if he's a true prophet, then he cannot be a liar.
Wait, what true prophet is that? A true prophet for whom?
Okay, anyone, for anyone. If the Tanakh says he's a true prophet cannot be a liar. Do we agree?
It says in Almeida, it says that God, if he wanted to, could have made us all one Sharia, one Ummah.
Yes.
And he chose not to.
Yes.
Okay, he wanted to have different
for recognition.
Or you can get into the interpretation.
Yeah.
But he wanted multiple Sharia.
But then again, coming back to the point, if the Tanakh declares a prophet to be a true prophet, can he be a liar? Can he be a liar?
What you're doing is you're doing the same thing that Constantine did. You're taking one point and extrapolating it to the whole.
It's a very important point.
No.
If the Tanakh is saying a prophet is a true prophet, then we have two options: either to accept him as a true prophet or reject him.
No, that's not true. If you have different Sharias, you have this prophet is this. It says the Hadith says that Muhammad is the prophet. It says you are the people that I've been assigned to. He was assigned to the people, and the ayah says that God would never send a prophet to people who don't understand his language.
I understand that. My beloved rabbi, my beloved brother. Again, I will. If Tanakh says a prophet is a true prophet, can that prophet be a liar? That's a very simple question.
Look, if I tell you have to keep a Shabbat, I'm being a liar because you don't have to.
No.
If I say that I have to keep Shabbat, I'm telling the truth.
Okay.
I'm saying the same thing, but it has different applicability.
My question
So you can have a true prophet, but he could be applicable to one people and not to another people.
I understand that. But if a true prophet comes, according to the Tanakh, well, that's a different question. According to the Tanakh says he's a true prophet of God. Now he comes along, this true prophet who has been foretold by the Tanakh, he comes along and he goes, you know what? I have been foretold in the Tanakh, and the Jewish people know this. يَعْرِفُونَهُ كَمَا يَعْرِفُونَ أَبْنَاءَهُم.
Okay.
The Jewish people know him as they know their own sons. He's been foretold. Now he's telling the Jewish people, I am your prophet, follow me. So now the Jewish people have two choices. If he's a true prophet according to Tanakh, they follow him because he's the one telling them to follow him. If he's not a true prophet, then he's a liar, don't follow him. That's the dilemma we're facing with the Jewish people.
No,
that's the point I'm making.
Well, that's because that's the interpretation you put on it, and we have the interpretation that says that.
But how do you undo this interpretation according to the Tanakh?
It's not according to the Tanakh. It's not according to the Tanakh.
So if
I'm saying because we have the very clear tradition that anybody who teaches something different than Moses about Shabbat, about kosher, about Yom Kippur, he is not a prophet.
I got that point. I got that point.
So he's not a prophet for Israel.
But if the Tanakh is telling you at the same time, a prophet will come.
Well, you're repeating yourself.
No, I'm not repeating.
You are repeating yourself.
Rabbi, this is a very important point which we're missing. We're missing something. Wait.
We're going back to the fundamental point we said at the beginning.
I'll tell you why I'm following Muhammad. Because when I read the Quran in chapter 7, verse 157 tells me, right, that he has been foretold. Who? This man Muhammad has been foretold. Okay, يَجِدُونَهُ مَكْتُوبًا عِنْدَهُمْ فِي التَّوْرَاةِ وَالْإِنْجِيلِ. Clearly, that they find him mentioned in the Torah and in the Gospel. Okay, great. So what we do is we go into the Torah.
Talk for a second here.
Yeah.
You talk about Daniel. Daniel, the name for Daniel was Ish Hamudot.
Right.
The person who was a man of delights. The word Hamudot is the same root as Muhammad. He said that 470 years.
I'm not talking about that, by the way.
No, I'm just saying.
I'm not talking about those passages.
I'm talking about that. I am talking about that passage. 470 years, redemption would come. Now, 470 years after the destruction, when Hadrian plowed the Temple Mount.
132, yeah.
132. Plus, what's 132 plus 470?
That's a huge difference.
622.
Yes.
What
Okay.
happened in 622? The Hijrah.
Yes.
So there were many Jewish people that believed that.
Right. Okay.
So believe that Ish Hamudot.
Many Jewish people, throughout centuries have converted to Islam because they found the prophecies in the book of Isaiah and elsewhere to be very consistent with the life of Muhammad.
Okay, I have come to the conclusion you're repeating yourself. So let other people talk.
Okay. So our points.
Yeah. Quite beneficial, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
The conversation was quite beneficial.
Okay, Baruch Hashem. Thank you, guys.
Yeah. And to
Just
make.
remember one thing.
Yeah.
Remember one
And this
thing.
is no
The Jewish
repetition, by the
people, you know, the Jewish people have the idea of covenants, of a universal deen that all mankind has to follow, and that you have to believe in God, you have to believe in reward and punishment, and do good works, and you guys are doing that, and that's just wonderful. As far as we're concerned, you guys can be as great as the high priest of the Jewish people.
And we really appreciate that, and this is one of the reasons why the Jewish people and Muslims coexisted for over 1,000 years.
Absolutely, and why they can continue to coexist.
Yeah, absolutely. Until the state of Israel was created, everything was fine. Everything was fine in the Jewish world. The Jewish people had the golden age with the Muslims. As you, I'm pretty sure you're a historian. You know what happened in Al-Andalus. You know,
there's been ups and downs throughout.
Of course. There's no utopia. I'm not claiming a utopia. I'm saying there were periods of, no doubt, but the overall picture of the Jewish experience in Spain was amazing. The Jewish scholars are telling us it was the golden age for 3 centuries, at least from 950 to 1250. That was the golden age when some of the best Jewish poets. Yes.
Who was made the
Judah
head of the
Halevi.
Jewish army.
Judah Halevi.
Who was made head of the Islamic army.
Yes.
And that was what tremendously upset Ibn Hazm.
Ibn Hazm
he was tremendously upset that a Jew should be given permission by the Sultan to control and he wrote tremendous, very difficult things about the Jewish people.
Yes.
And I think we're still
You see, we have that, but on the other hand, we had a prime minister called Hasdai ibn Shaprut, right? Hasdai was the prime minister before Ibn Hazm was on the scene, right? Yeah. This was 900s when Abdurrahman III was the caliph, and he was the most powerful monarch in Western Europe, and Hasdai was his prime minister, a Jewish prime minister. So we've had this coexistence, even in the Middle East, even in North Africa. As far as Mughal India, there were Jewish merchants there flourishing. The state of Israel.
No, it's not just the state of Israel.
You don't think state of Israel changed anything?